have really been the parties that have been responsible for this project and what's happened here on the beach, and we'll go to Jody Ganji. It's a classic team effort example of a public redevelopment project. It started, what, 10, 12 years ago? 15, 16. And it's happened. What's happened is that Revere is now sitting on top of a phenomenal opportunity based on those years of effort. We've been involved for 3 years. Vanguard next door really preceded us. And I recall the days when I came up here for the first time, drove as a February day, wind chill 30 below zero, up on the MBTA parking garage. One of the things I noticed was the garage was actually about 85% full, and it had only been open for 4 months. Those are the kinds of things developers recognize or think about. You know, where's the pressure, where's the market? Saw the beach, the view of downtown Boston, had met with then Mayor Dan Rizzo to talk about the spirit with which Revere was supporting and approaching this project. Was very fortunate to find a partner in TA Realty Associates, or TA Associates Realty, and we were off and running. And we've had a great 3 years out here with Plum House Construction. I think the Arrow Street has done a phenomenal job both with the architecture and the interior design. Our theme from the beginning was the beach, the beach, the beach. I think it's paying off. We're now going north of 61% leasing. We've only been open for 4.5, 5 months, which is a phenomenon. And the neat thing for Revere is that this is only the beginning. And so that said, I want to introduce Brian, who's the mayor, he and his staff, and Jay Ash. These are the guys that really drive this stuff and make it easier for people like us, developers, to get it done. So thank you for coming. We're very proud of the project. I think everybody that's been involved is very proud of it. And we're here to do more.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you much. Good evening, everyone. I'm incredibly excited to be here tonight, cutting this ribbon. This building is beautiful, number one. The view is beautiful, but at the end of the day, this sets a new standard for the city of Revere, and that's what is so exciting about tonight. It's the fact that we have a new standard in terms of development and in terms of partners and great partners that we have. And to have folks like Budge and TA interested in the city of Revere is really a testament to, I think, our vision as a community and a vision that has been going on for a number of years. I am lucky enough to be cutting this ribbon tonight, but I know that there were 15, 20, 30 years of work that went into making tonight a reality and making this development at Waterfront Square as a project a reality. And so I want to take a few minutes and thank a few people who have been partners and really the driving force behind it. One person who's not here, who was an architect of Waterfront Square, is former mayor and current city manager in Chelsea, Tom Ambrosino. Sorry, Joe. I'm getting to you. Hold on. But Tom really had that vision on Waterfront Square, and he's not here tonight, but this is a compliment to what he thought about the city and his vision for the beach. There are a number of people to thank, and I have a list, and probably too many to call off, but some people who have been from the beginning. I see Paul Rupp and Doug McGarrah have had their hands in this for a number of years through a number of administrations. And they've done incredible work. And new folks like our Economic Development Director, Bob O'Brien, have had his hands in the newer versions of this. And I want to thank the city councils who are here. Tonight, we have a couple of folks who represent the city and represent it well. Councilor Ira Novoselsky, Ward 2. Former Mayor and Councilor at Large and President of the City Council, Bob Hass. Councilor at Large, Tony Zambuto. And so one thing that Budge said that was exciting was, this is just the beginning for the city of Revere, and that couldn't be more true. The fact is we have we have great things happening at Suffolk Downs. We have great things happening at Wonderland. We have great things happening at the NECO site. And those are all part of the further vision, the bigger vision, and the bigger things that are going to happen in the city of Revere. And it's easy for me to talk about this stuff and my vision for Revere and how we're going to do great things, but it's important for me to have partners on a higher level, and to have somebody to look up to, like Secretary Ash, is really, really important. And to have somebody who's done it before. And Chelsea has been a blueprint and kind of set the standard for development and transformative development. And the City of Revere hopes to kind of be the next version of that blueprint and maybe learn a lot from the great things that Jay did. But Jay has been able to bring a vision and a track record of doing it on the local level, and I can say that it's been incredible to work with Jay, and I look forward to working with the Secretary in the future on our developments at Wonderland and at Suffolk Downs and at NECO. There's a lot of exciting things happening, and with that, I want to bring Jay Ash up and have him take say a few words. Thank you, Jay.
Hey, thanks very much. Nice words, and then I have 3 more projects I want to talk to you about. So, I can see that he's become a very good mayor. So congratulations, everybody. This is awesome. To the City Council, congratulations on what you've been able to accomplish here. This is really something that you should take a great deal of credit for. Lots of communities would be very happy to have what you have here, and are very envious here today. To be able to deliver such quality development to a community, and a community that very much wants to have quality development take place, is really something that you should be proud of. And Mayor, your leadership is making this possible. You've been kind to say that there were others. I was teasing because every now and then I have a dream that I'm still the city manager of Chelsea, and then I very good. I know Tommy Racino very much enjoys his time in Chelsea. I sense that he's an advanced scout for you here in Revere to get more done. But I'm very impressed here, and as the Secretary of the state's housing and economic development activities, I have to tell you that this project is important to the entire Commonwealth. You see, we have a housing crunch here in Massachusetts, and we need each one of our 351 cities and towns to help solve that problem. Now, sometimes when you ask somebody to solve a problem, you're asking them to do something that they wouldn't want to do. In this case, I can't imagine anyone would want to do this over and over and over again. But the fact of the matter is that housing in the greater Boston area is critically important to all of our economies. And I say all of our economies because I mean the Massachusetts economy, but I also mean each of the individual communities that make up the Massachusetts economy. You see, we have the need to make sure that developments like this can take place, so that places like Revere can continue to attract talent, continue to attract income, continue to have people who want to be part of this great community and spend in shops and recreate on the beach and occupy jobs that are available here. And then we have the need to make sure that Revere and Chelsea and all of our other brothers and sisters in municipal government are creating the housing necessary in order to support all the jobs that want to come here to Massachusetts. The good news for all of us right now is that Massachusetts is in a great place. I have to stop for this picture. Massachusetts is in a great place, and the great place is that we actually have more jobs than we have people. We have jobs that are chasing after people instead of people that are chasing after jobs. In order to make sure that we can continue to retain those people that are here and attract others, we need to have quality housing. And what you have here is quality housing. So to all of you in Revere, I congratulate you on what you've accomplished here, and I suggest to you that there are many other opportunities to take advantage of this. Now, I'll tell you a little secret, everybody in Revere. I'm spending a lot of time right down the road in Lynn, and there's about to be major developments in Lynn as well. The reason why I tell you that is that you can either take advantage of the opportunities before you, or somebody else is going to take advantage of it. And I'll tell you that we have as many as 2,000 units ready to go in Lynn. Chelsea continues to pump out. Malden, I was at the Malden groundbreaking, I should say the groundbreaking. I was at the Malden demolition, the Malden City Hall demolition with Doug McGarrett, as a matter of fact. They're building housing over there. There are, the marketplace is hot. Residential development supporting mixed use activities is hot, and it's really a way to go. So I would encourage everybody to take notice of what happened here and try to replicate it. I also want to be here just to speak on behalf of state government and federal government, because combined we've invested about $70 million in this area here. The investment was based upon a hope and a commitment by the city of Revere and the development community that we were going to make things happen here. We're happy to see our $70 million making a difference here, and hope that it will continue to help other developments that are going forward, making this entire stretch the wonderful place that we all know it can be. So congratulations, everybody. Brian and everyone else, I'm available anytime to help out as much as I can, and I look forward to celebrating many more successes here in Revere. Thanks, everyone.
2, 3.